I'm going to get into another AL West reliever signing, okay? And mine is, he's a little more under the radar name, okay? But it's a team that I don't like seeing sign anyone, and they just so happen to sign this guy. I'm going with the Angels signing Robert Stephenson, 3 years, $33 million. Okay. For those of you who don't know Robert Stephenson, he was unreal last year for the Rays in their bullpen. Okay. Like insane. 42 games. He had a .678 whip and 60 strikeouts in 38 innings. Okay. That's 14.1 Ks per nine, which is absolutely insane. Okay. The Rays turned this guy into one of the league's most dominant relievers. Like those Ks per nine numbers are what you saw from Felix Bautista last year in his historic year. Like they are absolutely insane statistics, okay? However, like I just said, that was for the Rays. The Tampa Bay Rays, who are absolute wizards at getting the most out of pitchers. They do it literally every year with someone who you've never heard of or someone who you haven't heard from in a long time, who you didn't thought existed anymore, and now all of a sudden they're unhittable, okay? But Stephenson, before getting to Tampa Bay, he was overall a below average pitcher in baseball for the 7 years before he got to Tampa, okay? Basically, he had good full seasons in 2019 with the Reds and 2021 with the Rockies. And then last year, he was bad for Pittsburgh before going to the Rays and going off, okay? And now he's going to the Angels, who do worse with most starting pitchers or with most pitchers in general than anyone in baseball, okay? So it's hard to see this going right for the Angels. For example, let me just go back to, I don't know, last year where the Angels signed a guy coming off an awesome year, clearly and obviously the best year of his career, to a 3-year, $30+ million deal from an organization who has done historically well with pitchers. Does that sound familiar? That was Tyler Anderson, who signed for 3 years, $39 million, coming from the Dodgers after having an awesome 2022 season. And how was his 2023, you ask? Well, he threw 141 innings over 27 starts, and he had a 5.43 ERA. One of the worst starting pitchers in baseball last year. So, yeah, this situation may be different, but I doubt it. I think it's going to go badly for the Angels. And you know who I put on my worst signings of 2023 list, Taylor? Do you remember who I put on my worst signings of 2023 list?
Oh, yeah. You had Tyler Anderson on there. Yeah.
Yeah. I put Tyler Anderson on there, and it worked out pretty damn well. So let's go right back to the well and go with Robert Stephenson going to the Angels for 3 years and $33 million, Taylor.
That is hilarious because I didn't know your list coming into this. And as soon as you said Robert Stephenson, I started looking up Tyler Anderson's stats because I was like, that is the first guy I thought of too. Like, this is a guy that's coming it's a guy coming from a team that knows how to develop pitching. It knows how to utilize pitching and maximize a certain guy to find their strengths and put up good numbers. And then the Angels are like, oh, you guys have fixed this guy. So now we can just take him and he's going to be good for us. And it's like, no,
you can't, Angels.
That doesn't work like that, Angels. It doesn't work like that, Angels. And like Tyler Anderson, perfect example. His ERA basically doubles over 1 year from the Dodgers to the Angels. And Robert Stephenson is a guy that I would love if he was still on the Rays, or if like the Dodgers signed him, even like if the Yankees signed him. Some team that has like an idea about how to do anything with a pitcher.
Has a clue. Right.
This is the team that I was like, as soon as they signed Robert Stephenson, I was like, well, I'm glad that he's getting a 3-year deal. He's going to make a little cash.
Might be the last one he gets.
Yeah, it might be the last good contract he gets because the Angels are just going to absolutely ruin any potential he has. So I love that as your number 2. I am honestly... I'm actually surprised I didn't put that on my list now that you mentioned it, because that makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, this was something that like I mentioned at the very beginning when we started talking about the worst contracts, this was like one that I was like searching for signings, and this one I didn't even have to think about at all. I was like, this is 100% guaranteed going to go bad, you know. So and he made some changes to his mix last year. His slider, he started throwing it a little bit harder, and it had a little bit more steep kind of vertical break, and it ended up getting a lot of whiffs. Obviously, 60 strikeouts and 38 innings is ridiculous. He's got a really nice splitter too, but again, it's just you're just on the Angels. Like, it's just not gonna work. Like, I don't like you said they don't have a clue. They don't know what they're doing. It's just not gonna go well. And
so
again, I guess I guess they have to spend their money somewhere, after you don't pay, after Ohtani doesn't want to re-sign and, nobody really wants to sign there. I mean, you kind of have to spend your money somewhere, but maybe they just shouldn't spend money. It seems like whenever they spend money, it doesn't go well. Rendon, Josh Hamilton, Pujols, Tyler Anderson, this one. Yeah, none of them go well. So maybe just hold on to your money. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to work out too well for you, but